So, good morning, baby bundles, or I guess I should say afternoon now. I'm aware that it's been a couple of weeks since I updated you, so I'm gonna go ahead and make this my 20-week and 21-week baby update. And I apologize for that. A lot of things were happening last week. We got really sick. The whole household was sick, and so I just couldn't find time to get in front of the camera, and we're still kind of getting over the sickness, but it's getting better. And now that it's this week, sorry that I look pretty crappy, but it's been stormy and miserable and just not fun to film in or even want to clean up enough to get on film. So I'm going to go ahead and read from my baby apps. I'll read the 20-week one, and then I'll read the 21-week, and we'll do our measurements, and I'll tell you about my symptoms. So, 20 weeks, the babies were the size of a banana, which is 6.50 inches and 10.1 ounces. And the baby got taste buds and started gulping the amniotic fluid, so that's pretty cool. And officially halfway through pregnancy, maybe, you never know with cryptic pregnancies. I feel like this is going, at a normal rate, that they're growing at a normal rate, but also some days I feel like they're slower than others, so we'll see. So it says, congrats, you have almost reached the halfway point. Making it to 20 weeks probably feels pretty darn good. After all, your energy is high, and as long as your partner is up for it, there are probably things happening between the sheets. Of course, it wouldn't be pregnancy if you weren't experiencing some annoying symptoms right now. It's likely swelling, heartburn, and leg cramps, but all of that probably feels insignificant now that you've got an ultrasound photo of your rapidly developing baby. I have not gotten an ultrasound or even decided to schedule an ultrasound. I haven't really been that interested. I mean, I would like to, but I don't really like dealing with doctors all that much. So I haven't done any of that, unfortunately. But yes, I've had heartburn. I don't really have the energy that you normally have in your second trimester, and it was the same way with my son. I got really tired during my second trimester and started sleeping more, but also feeling some of those bursts of energy because it makes me want to clean and nest. So I have that energy to do stuff. It's just like around the afternoon I start to crash and sleep a lot, but I have been having the swelling in my feet and my hands, as well as leg cramps. I've been having restless leg syndrome at night. So let's move on to the 21 weeks then, because that was last week. So 21 weeks says that the babies are the size of an endive. You see, I think I need to look up what it's like to have twins, because this is, for carrying one baby. So I feel like they're a little smaller than what it says that they should be. But it says that they should be 10.5 inches and 12.7 ounces for a regular pregnancy. I'm not quite sure about the twins. It says that the digestive system is preparing for the outside world. So they're producing meconium, which is their very first dirty diaper. And if it's a girl, she already has all of the eggs that she'll produce in her lifetime in her ovaries. And if it's a boy, that he's very obviously a boy. They're big enough that we're probably feeling lots of movements now. Says the pressure's on. Have you found the perfect baby name yet? It seems like parents-to-be either come up with baby names quickly and easily or agonize over it all the way up to the birth. Either way, once you find one that seems perfect, you'll probably think it's even more perfect once you get to know and fall in love with it. The little bundle of joy who will go by it. At 21 weeks, not only are you likely to be looking anywhere and everywhere for baby name ideas, but you might be getting a sneak preview of some of the third trimester symptoms, such as leaky boobs, Braxton Hicks contractions, and heartburn, while your body prepares for baby's arrival. So, yes, I definitely this week have gotten a couple of Braxton Hicks contractions. Now, I have a bicornate uterus, which means that there's not a lot of room going on down there. So whenever I have a contraction, it's actually pretty painful. The Braxton Hicks normally aren't supposed to be painful, but for me they were throughout my son's pregnancy, and they definitely are this time. It's a pain. It's not too bad, obviously. And when I was in labor with my son, it wasn't that bad either. While I was laboring, I didn't even go to the hospital. I waited until I had a doctor's appointment. Dry, itchy skin. Yes, I definitely have had some dry, itchy skin. It says that in my area of symptoms for this week. And stretch marks. My stretch marks are appearing, as well as heartburn. I've been having lots and lots of heartburn. So maybe next week I will look up what all of this stuff is for twins, but I'm not quite sure, especially because with the movements, I'm still not quite sure if it is two babies or not. Now that they're bigger, I have been having a hard time finding their heartbeats, and I don't think it's because they're not there. I think it's because every single time I hear the heartbeat and I press the Doppler into it, they begin to kick, and it feels like they get uncomfortable and try to move away from the Doppler, and it causes problems for me to be able to hear properly when all I hear is movements and shifting around. Yesterday I got a pretty good reading of both heartbeats, but I haven't been able to lately. It's just been difficult and upsetting. So I'll work on that and try to get a video of it. But yeah, that's what's been going on. Just lots of things happening all at once, especially, because it's so late in the year. Holidays and stuff always muddles up everything, and there's just a lot happening at once. So let's do the measurements. So this is the baby bump. As you can see, I have stretch marks. I think that they're stretch marks from my son's pregnancy, and now that my belly is filling out, they are just re-stretching. Inside. I don't think that it's bigger than last week. I did measure myself last week, and it hadn't grown any, but honestly that was probably from being sick, and being sick. So we're gonna go ahead and measure it. But I remember at 20 weeks I measured it, and we had lost a couple of inches, and that was just because the flu. We had the flu, and we were throwing up a lot, and I was losing a lot. But so we were down to 41 inches the last time I measured, but it looks like we are 43 and a half inches, so we've gained back 2 inches, almost 3. So yeah, they're definitely growing in there, which is good. because I was getting a little worried while I was sick. Things that I've been doing this week with the babies. I have been taking a flashlight and trying to interact with them more because I want to make sure that, you know, they're developing the best I can, because I haven't been to a doctor, and, you know, being cryptic, they don't really care much, I guess, is what I should say. They don't really care, which is sad, because that's what, you know, doctors should do, is care or try to help, but they don't, which is alright. A lot of people say that at 20 weeks, cryptic pregnancies often, that's their turning point, when they turn to a normal pregnancy and the doctors find the baby and they say, hey, you're 20 weeks pregnant. I can't believe you didn't know. But, you know, once again, maybe it's just because I'm a coward and haven't had the guts to talk to a doctor and see, or maybe it's just because I don't feel like hearing another no or getting another door slammed in my face, but I just haven't been interested in talking to a doctor. Anyways, the flashlight method has been working a lot. The baby on the right loves it, interacts with the light so much, just like my son did. The baby on the left does not like the light. Whenever I get the flashlight out, the baby on the left tends to find another place to be instead of interacting with the light. And I'm not quite sure what that means, but to us it means that one baby is outgoing and the other baby is an introvert. And I think that is normal in twins, for the babies to be pretty opposite. So to me, that is a good sign. I think that's really all that I have to say about the weeks passing. Nothing too crazy going on. We picked out names, like I said in the vlog before. If you want us to do name reveal, please let us know in the comments, and we'll work on that. So stay cozy, my friends, and I'll talk to you next week.